Now let's discuss the quotient rule, which is used for taking the derivative of a function divided by another function. If we have f of x over g of x, the derivative of this is g of x times the derivative of f of x minus f of x times the derivative of g of x, all divided by g of x squared. The quotient rule is a little trickier than the product rule to remember. Notice that we have a negative sign, so if you flip the order and do f of x times g prime of x first, you'll get the wrong answer. Also notice that g of x is squared in the bottom. We'll see why in a future video where I'll show you another way to do the derivative of a quotient. Some people remember this in terms of low and high. The derivative is low d high minus high d low over low low. There's also a song, but it's best for all of us if I don't sing it. Let's do an example. Let's find f prime of x for f of x equals x over x squared plus 1. One way I remember to do this correctly is I take care of the denominator first. The denominator will be x squared plus 1 quantities squared. In the numerator, we start with the bottom part of the function, so I write that right away. Then I take the derivative of the top, then do minus top times the derivative of the bottom. So I get x squared plus 1 minus 2x squared over x squared plus 1 quantity squared, which can be simplified if you want. Let's do another example. Let y equal x e to the x divided by x squared plus 1, and let's suppose we want to find the derivative of y, also called y prime. I encourage you to pause the video for a second and try to find the answer yourself. Okay, if we want to find the derivative of y prime, we need to use the quotient rule. We start with writing the bottom, then putting one copy of the bottom on top. Then we take the derivative of x e to the x. This will need the product rule. We will sometimes need to use rules together to find derivatives, which is a little tricky at first, but gets easier with practice. So we take the derivative of x e to the x, which is e to the x plus x e to the x. Then we continue on using the quotient rule to get the second part, x times e to the x times 2x. Again, if we're just tasked to find the derivative, we are done. This can be our final answer.